This episode of Only Moms is brought to you by Milkify, the first and only breast milk freeze-drying service in the U.S. And as a mama who breastfed for over 10 months and also had to travel all around the world while carrying my frozen milk in a bag, I wish I knew about Milkify sooner. And even if you're not a constant traveler, the holidays are coming up. So many of us are packing up the kids, traveling, and trying to keep everything together. If you're breastfeeding, that usually means lugging around your cooler and stressing about keeping your milk frozen. Milkify takes all that stress away by turning your breast milk into shelf-stable powder. No freezer, no cooler, no panic. Just safe, perfectly portioned milk that's ready when your baby is. And when I tell you it'll be a heck of a lot easier to get through TSA, I mean it. So whether you're flying cross country or just driving to grandma's house for the weekend, Milkify makes traveling during the holidays that much easier. Right now, Only Moms listeners get an exclusive discount. So head over to milkify.me and use code ONLYMOMS at checkout. That's MILKIFY.ME with code ONLYMOMS. Because moms deserve less stress and more joy this holiday season. Cheers.
Good fire.
It's not going to be a tough one.
I was about to say, I feel like I'm one of those people that I'm like, let me think about my answer.
Yours will be easy. Do you want me to give you some hints? I'll be honest, I don't have it all the way together.
Okay.
I've just been so busy. But I was going to ask you, your favorite brand of clean snacks or your favorite cleaning brand.
Oh, that's an easy one. I can see.
Your baby product that you feel is the most unnecessary on the market right now.
Oh, unnecessary.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hang on, let me write these down actually.
I'm not a big snacker, so I'm like my favorite clean snack.
Most unnecessary baby product on the market.
That one's kind of hard. Unnecessary.
Must have on your, what's it called? Not registry, your baby.
Yeah, baby registry. Yeah.
Baby registry as a first-time mom. It can be your favorite clean brand. What are the cookies? The
Simple Mills.
Simple Mills.
I love Simple Mills. Yeah.
Favorite brand for snacks. I mean, because there's mostly all snacks. It's like crackers, cookies. They do now have you tried their pizza dough and stuff?
Simple Mills?
Yeah.
No.
They have pizza dough now, and Lyle is I wanted to do at home, make pizza, so I got those. We haven't tried it yet.
We do all their crackers, and I love their Chips Ahoy dupe cookie.
Oh,
so good. I'm it's better than a Chips Ahoy.
I love all the nut butter cookies that they have.
I haven't tried the nut butter ones. I've seen them.
They're so good.
Yeah.
It's a better take on Oreo. Yeah, I love it.
It's Siete is really good too. That's another good one.
They also have, oh my gosh, have you tried their muffins? Have you made muffins? You smash up a banana, a banana nut muffin. They're so good.
I've heard that. We've tried their pancakes, and their pancake mix is really good.
Okay, they have a brownie now that I bought. I have not tried. I know, right?
Yeah, love that.
Okay, so most unnecessary baby product, must have on your baby registry as a first time mom. Favorite brand of snacks. Favorite non-toxic cleaning product. Favorite fashion trend right now?
Favorite fashion trend. I'm loving the I feel like the vintage Ralph Lauren vibes are coming
they
back.
are. They're so bad.
And I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm especially for fall family photos or holiday card photos, it's so timeless and classic.
Yep. And Ralph Lauren just launched within the last 3 months. What is the collection? I should look it up so we can quote it, but it's so Ralph Lauren newest collection.
Yeah, they we're doing our fall family. This is the first time ever.
The best family photo. I am not kidding. I have so many of your family photos saved. I have inspiration.
I love that. Yeah, I'm bad about doing them really last minute. Like every year, I'm like panic texting our photographer that we use for that. But this year, I'm ahead of the game. I don't know how because I have an infant, but I'm so ahead of the game. And so we have them in October, which is like the earliest I've ever
That's
had
great.
family photos. But yeah, that's what I've like been researching. So I'm like, oh, that's top of mind.
No, I love that. Cozy? What was it? This collection they did was so cute. Well, they're back with the bear.
I know. I saw that too.
I love the bear.
And I don't have a little girl, but I saw they had like little girl sweaters with the bear on it. And I was
It's
like,
out of control.
So cute.
It's out of control. Anyways, we'll get rolling. I can find this. I really just like, I like to have it ready to quote.
Yeah.
Ralph Lauren.
I love your nail color, by the way. It's really pretty.
Thank you. I wanted something mocha.
Yeah.
I wanted a little bit lighter, but she custom mixed this.
Oh, love.
And I was like, and she's like, how do you feel about the color? And I was like, I actually do like it.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted something a little bit lighter, but it's super cute for fall.
Yeah.
I can't find it. I'm trying to think of one more rapid fire for you, but
maybe something around fitness or something.
Yes. Do you take pre-workout or anything?
No.
Good for you.
No. Yeah.
Wow, you're a champion.
Coffee. That's my pre-workout.
Really?
I will.
Okay.
I will chug a coffee before I work out.
Really?
But yes. And
like a hot coffee. What's your coffee order?
Usually an iced caramel cappuccino with oat milk.
Wow.
Yeah.
You take on all that sugar.
It actually doesn't have it's homemade syrup, so it doesn't have nearly as much sugar as you'd think.
Oh, wow.
It's like 8 grams.
Okay.
Low. Yeah.
So you make your own syrup.
Yeah. And like I have a good fall pumpkin PSL recipe too. This is the same. Like if you make your own, there's really not much. Like there's no added sugar in it. It's literally just the sugar from like the pumpkin puree.
Okay, so we have not officially started the podcast yet, but we are recording. So I need everyone to know that Vanessa has a blog.
Yes.
And can we find these recipes there?
Yes, you can. They're
perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Because now I need these homemade syrup recipes because I'm a sugar-free girl, which I know is not good for me.
No, especially the ones that have like the aspartame.
I know. Okay, I'm trying to go no aspartame. I
can't do it.
I was raised on sweet and low, girl. It is crazy.
God.
I know.
I don't even like the aftertaste.
I love it because that's
yes, because you're used to it.
My mom was a freak. She's like, here we go.
No,
slow, every
can't
time.
do it.
Even when we converted, it was like trying to do better with the zero sugar product. Like the transition from Sweet and Low to Splenda for me was really hard. The transition from Splenda to like Stevia or Truvia is not as hard because now I'm used to more of the grainy. But
yeah,
I remember like, oh wow, I hate this Splenda. It's so grainy.
Yeah.
As a kid.
I know. So my mom was like a health nut. She's from California, Southern California.
Yeah.
Well, she's from Northern California, moved to Southern California for work in her 20s. And so my like whole health obsession, I guess, comes from her. And so she would like die over using Sweet and Low over regular sugar.
Really? Yes. But see, my mom was a health nut in the opposite toxic way of like her generation's like diet culture.
Yes.
And so what I do feel like she was really great about is that like she was working out all the time, right?
Yeah.
And we were going with. And so like I just thought that was a regular lifestyle, or like, you know, the constant need to have big giant glasses of water with us everywhere we go because like we are so hydrated.
Okay, she didn't take it to that level, but she did always take us to the gym. Like she was like, we're going to the gym, we're working out, all three of us are on the treadmill next to each other.
Yeah.
And I remember my sister and I being like, it's Saturday, we don't want to go to the gym. And
right.
She's like, this is good for us, we're doing it.
No, my mom would take us to a park that was like 3.5 miles and she would make us ride our bikes. And girl, some days she would do that park twice.
Oh,
and I'm like,
you're like, we've already been.
We were like, can we cut through the middle?
Yeah.
We finally got old enough where she let us, and she's like, fine, you guys can cut through the middle. You have to stay together, and then you have to wait by the car.
Oh.
But I'm finishing my laps, and I'm like, you're wild, like
that's crazy.
But it has, and so if you guys don't know, this podcast is primarily gonna be focused on health and fitness.
Yep.
Just as I was like, who better? I kept getting questions about my postpartum body.
Yeah.
And I was like, there is no one better to have on the podcast than you. As I got to know Vanessa, and you guys will on this podcast episode, but you are like, I do think we are semi a bit of a breed of our mothers.
Yes,
and
for
like,
sure.
We're both very healthy, very like lifestyle, healthy habit driven.
Yeah.
But I think that you're definitely more crunchy than I am.
Yes.
And
probably.
I am overwhelmed. I want to be crunchier.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit overwhelmed with the process.
It is overwhelming.
Yes. And so we need you here.
Yeah.
To help.
I will do my best.
Yes. To take off the edge there. But also too, like you just had
a baby.
Ollie.
Yes.
How old is he now?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah. I know, time flies.
So this is your second bounce back journey, and I want to dive into that because your first was so inspiring, and you did a lot of things that I think women are constantly asking me questions about. So everyone, welcome back to the OnlyMoms podcast. Today I have Vanessa. She is known as the Cheekybeen, the Charlotte influencer. Yeah. She is 34 years old, a mother of 2, an entrepreneur with a passion for health, wellness, and sharing unfiltered advice on motherhood, travel, style, and fitness. After years in corporate America, you launched Cheekybeen in 2026.
Oh, 2016.
Oh, 2016. Okay. Still a very long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. I mean,
I was like, 2026 is next year.
Right. I'm very futuristic. I have not had the coffee.
It's the mom brain.
And it's showing. Anyways, the Cheekybeen is an online destination that's grown into a vibrant space for women around the world. And today you cover everything from fashion, motherhood, to healthy recipes, skincare, and really a lot of lifestyle tips. You've even expanded into products, which we will break into later.
Yeah. First
and foremost, let's get this rosé flowing.
Let's do it.
If you don't know, if this is your first time, our podcast is sponsored by OnlyMoms. I am the co-founder, and today we are going to have Vanessa try our rosé. You've tried our rosé before.
I have.
Right?
It's very good.
Okay,
it's
so I'm
favorite.
still going to make you give an on-air review. An on-air review as if it's the first time, but you have tried it. I think you've tried a lot of our wines.
Yes.
At this point.
Yep. I think, yeah. Maybe, I don't know if I've tried the white. I've had the red. I've had the rosé.
Okay. Well, it fits into your lifestyle.
Yes.
There's no added...
It's clean, right?
Yes, it's clean. There's no added garbage. We have all of our ingredients on the back of the label. Less than 8 always. So go ahead and give a sip.
Okay, here we go. It's so good.
Yeah, it's still as good as you remember.
Yes. It's like fruity, but it's light. It's, in my opinion, the perfect pool beverage.
Yeah.
It's a hot summer day. It's nice and crispy. I love it. It's so good.
No,
it's light.
Yeah. Our rosé is our bestseller, and she has been our bestseller for a long time. Yeah. And I was never like this huge rosé girl, right?
Really?
If the patio is right, I mean, I'm definitely going to do it. Yeah. But I wasn't like, oh my God, I must have rosé. And all of a sudden, I'm like, no, I need to try everyone else's rosé, and I need to drink mine constantly because... For obvious reasons. Yeah. It's delicious.
Exactly.
You know?
I love it.
Awesome. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Let's get this party started. Okay. I read something the other day on social media, and I believe it's a girl that we both follow, and she is also in her postpartum journey. And she said, I am not participating in the toxic bounce back culture.
Okay.
How do you feel about bounce back culture in general?
Ooh, I have a lot to say
about
this. Ready. I have seen a lot of people say that as well. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this might be a controversial opinion, but I do very much think that you can look better than you did prior to kids. I think the bounce back terminology makes people upset because they think that it has to be within a certain timeline.
Right.
I look at the bounce back terminology as a motivation, a goal, something to like move the needle further for myself. So yeah, my first postpartum experience, I was in better shape after I had a baby than I ever was before I had a baby.
Really?
And to me, I was like, this is crazy, because you hear that all the time. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's okay for your body to look different. You just grew and birthed a baby. It's okay for you to never feel confident in your own skin again. Like, you're a mom now.
Yeah.
And I just don't believe in that. I think you can be more confident than you've ever been.
Right.
And I think you can totally change your body recomposition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people don't love that answer probably, but from my own personal experience, I do think that there's an opportunity there to set a goal for yourself, use it as motivation, and however long it takes, that's fine. Like, it doesn't have to be within a certain window of time.
Right. 100%. And I do want to set the stage for every mom that is listening to this podcast, right? Before we get in even deeper into the postpartum journey, you have to understand this journey is your own, right?
It's different for everybody.
Even your second pregnancy was probably very different than your first. And so what I have done to get back in shape and what Vanessa has done to get back in shape may be entirely different for you, and the timelines are going to be different. You really have to make this your own journey just as much as you made pregnancy your own journey.
Yes. And my second postpartum experience has been completely different than
Really?
my first. Yeah, and it's taking me a lot longer, and I'm okay with that. But I still in my head have that same goal that I had after my first kid, and I'm still working just as hard, and I'm still just as motivated. It's just taking me a lot longer, and I think that's okay too. Like, everybody's body responds to health and wellness differently, and there's a lot of aspects with postpartum that are different from pregnancy to pregnancy, postpartum to postpartum. Your hormones might be shifting differently. It's definitely a unique journey for everybody, but I wholeheartedly believe that you can be super confident in your own skin after having babies. Like, there is no reason why you can't.
I love that you dialed it back, because when I read the like toxic bounce back culture, I was like, oh shit, that's me. Because I used it as a challenge for myself. Yeah. Right. And I did try to take, like, timing is really hard to judge for yourself. Yeah. And I want to talk about, like, you know, your timing expectations for yourself. Mine were, and this is what my girlfriend told me. One, as long as you're breastfeeding, you shouldn't have these extreme expectations on your body, because everyone, like, the old school saying is breastfeed, you'll lose all the weight.
Yeah, right? No, that was not my situation.
Same. I dropped 20 pounds immediately, and then I stayed the same. And then as soon as I stopped breastfeeding after 11 months, boom, I started, like, my body was like, okay, I can be myself again. And it wasn't an immediate drop then either. I still had to work my ass off, but it was like I was stagnant for a year, and then probably within 3 months of, like, picking my workouts back up because my body felt more comfortable and I wasn't engorged, and like, great, my I'm not feeding my baby my milk, so I'm gonna take the pre-workout now, right? I'd say within 3 months, people were like, oh damn, girl. Yeah. And I'm like, but it's been over a year. Yeah. Right? Like,
but like, your body, as long as you are breastfeeding, your body's hormones are staying up here. And so it's going to be harder, because unless you're over fueling yourself with calories, your body's hanging on to everything it possibly can hang on to fuel wise to be able to produce milk for your baby. So to me, that makes perfect sense too. And I am having the exact same experience. I just stopped breastfeeding, but I breastfed a lot longer this go around, this postpartum journey, than I did my first, and it's taking me a lot longer to lose the weight.
Yes, because your body is not yours until you're done breastfeeding.
Exactly.
You also, too, so many women are like, yeah, the breastfeeding, it doesn't take a big, you know, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But even so much as what you're eating, I was so hungry all the time. Yeah. But I had to go dairy-free, soy-free.
Yeah, I had to do dairy-free as well.
Yes. And that's tough. Did you have to do it this time?
Yeah, I had to do it this baby, not Liam.
Not Liam.
Not my first.
Okay, not your first. Yeah, you can't eat the same things. And I'm like, well, guess what? I'm just going to make homemade French fries because I'm starving. Yeah. And I can't have anything else, and I deserve it.
I know. But also, I felt like it was so unfair because going dairy-free felt so healthy. Like, I never ate a ton of dairy to begin with, but I was, cutting out all cheese. I love some cheese. Right. And I'm like, okay, the dairy I was eating, no ice cream, no cheese. Right. Like, this, I should be dropping weight like crazy. And I wasn't dropping any weight.
It's such a mind fuck.
It is. You're like, unfair.
You're like, I've never been this healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So what, in your first journey, what was your timing, right? Like, what were your expectations for yourself?
So I feel like I had a very healthy relationship with the expectations. I said, okay, I'm going to give myself a full year. Yes. And if after a year I'm not where I want to be, then I will start to reevaluate maybe what's going on or change my plan, look into things. And when that year came and went, I was exactly where I wanted to be. And that was a perfect timeline for me. This postpartum experience, I think, is going to take me longer than a year. However, again, like going back to the mindfuck thing, my first postpartum experience, I had nothing to base off of.
Right.
Because it was my first time. This postpartum experience, I am comparing everything to my first experience and being like, okay, well, by 7 months postpartum, I had lost all the weight. I still have 14 pounds this time, and I'm 6.5 months postpartum. Right. So clearly I'm not going to be there by 7 months. And so that's hard to grapple with in my head versus I thought it would be easier the second go around because I knew what to expect, but now it's going slower. And so the timing there is hard, but I still have the same, like, I know I'll get there. Yeah. I still have the same goals, still the same motivation. It's just, I have to keep reminding myself it's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
It is. And also, too, you're older now.
Yeah, I am.
Your first baby. And it's not like.
Older, busier.
Yes. Yeah. So much more is happening. Yep. What was your birth experience like? First baby to second baby?
So both babies were induced.
Okay.
My first baby was 2 weeks late. So I was induced because he was way overdue.
He was waiting.
He was comfy in there and he was not ready to come out. And I had a great experience actually with that birth as well. It was a little bit scary because the cord was wrapped around his neck.
Oh my goodness.
And I was in labor. I went in and got induced at 9 a.m. and I had him at 6:30. So it was fairly quick. Outside of the cord being wrapped around his neck, everything was like normal. Right. Normal birth experience. And then I got really lucky with Ollie, the baby I just had, because we had the same doctor and she was like, this is so rare because you just get whoever's on call. So she rarely ever gets to deliver, multiples for the same family. But I had the quickest labor and I only pushed twice and he was out. I was like,
oh my God.
Shane literally looked at me and he was like, wait, that's it? I wasn't ready. I'm like, I'm glad you weren't ready because I was real ready. But yeah.
Him saying he wasn't ready.
He's like, that's it. I wasn't ready. I was like, I know you're not saying that right now, but
get out of here.
Yeah. It was really quick. And he was actually a week early, but he was huge. So they kept saying my entire pregnancy, like, this is a really big child. And I know that they say those things can be inaccurate sometimes. So I was like, okay, let's just see kind of what happens. But when I went in, I was already 5 centimeters dilated on my own. And I was contracting every 5 minutes on my own too. Yeah. So my body was ready. Like I was ready to go. I was probably going to go into labor anyway within the next day or two. And he was a full 1.5 pounds bigger than my first kid. So yeah, he was like 90th percentile.
Wow.
So yeah, it was great. I know people have, differing opinions on induction too, but it was the right decision for me. I would do it again the same way.
I was also induced, not by choice. I developed preeclampsia.
Oh,
but
scary.
It was scary. Yeah. But I'm not upset that we induced. It was what it was, and it was a fine experience. Okay, so I did listen to your podcast. Have you gone back to listen to your podcast from your first postpartum journey?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, was that healing for you?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I think you forget, especially as a mom, you kind of forget, you black certain things out.
I was just going to say we black out.
Yes.
That's what happened.
Yes.
100%.
And so I wanted to hear I love that I have these outlets to like go back and listen to these things. It's almost like a digital diary.
I know.
And I loved being able to hear and remind myself, okay, like I'm still on the right track. I'm still doing the same things I did that worked for me 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah. I would say it was definitely healing.
It's interesting because in your podcast, you reference your body in the nicest way, but as sad, right? And I think that I didn't take that as like negative self-talk, but I know a lot of women, and even like the most confident women, right? We look at ourselves and we're like, what the hell happened here?
Yeah.
Are you experiencing any of that with yourself, and like, how are you getting through that?
Yeah, for sure. I, because this is taking a lot longer and because I work so hard in the gym and I am so health conscious and very focused on clean eating and being regimented, and I know what works and I know what doesn't work in, previous history for myself. I think it's definitely hard. After a second baby, your skin is much more stretched out than it is the first time. And he was a lot bigger. So my stomach itself was also a lot bigger. And it's just taking a lot longer to get back to, in my head, where I want to be. Like my ideal vision of where I feel the best in my own body and my own skin. But I think I have moments where I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even recognize myself. And then I have other moments where I'm really proud of how far I've come. Yeah. I'm proud that I am working really hard and that I'm taking care of myself internally and externally. And I feel like sometimes you just need a reminder. Yeah. You know, like you just need the reminder, like it's all part of the journey and every journey is different.
So what do you do to remind yourself when you get in that negative headspace?
I lean on my husband a lot.
Okay. That's great.
He's like my safe space. And if I am feeling any like type of, I don't know, like a victim, I guess you could say. I usually just like call him or text him and I'm so honest with him. I'm like, I'm feeling really down about myself. Like, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm working so hard and I'm not seeing the progress. And he is like my biggest cheerleader and my biggest supporter. And he will respond immediately, and he always sends this like super long message back in the middle of his workday about how proud he is of me and how beautiful he thinks I am, and like how if I could see myself through his lens or my boy's lens, I would totally change my mind about what I'm saying, you know?
That's so sweet. I think that's really important because I definitely lean on my husband as well, and if you're not in a relationship where your partner is like holding your hand through this postpartum process,
that's
like,
hard.
Then you are maybe not in a good relationship. You guys need to check yourselves because it is so mentally draining and challenging constantly. It never turns off.
Nope.
And you have to have someone there to remind you that you're a bad bitch.
Yeah, you do.
You know?
You do. Yeah. You absolutely do.
Like, come on. Or remind you like you're doing a good job. Like, just take it easy.
Yeah.
On yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love that. And I want to put that out there that like your partner should be supporting you.
Yes.
They should have the right things to say.
Yes.
This is your most vulnerable self and you should be allowed to be there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the people who haven't listened to your first podcast episode on, your bounce back, talk to me about what workouts you start with.
So I have a Peloton bike and I started really slowly with the bike because it was at home, it was super accessible, and it was very easy to do during nap time. I took a short maternity leave, but then I also dropped down to working part-time. So I had Liam, my oldest, 2 days a week, and then we didn't have a nanny until he was like 4.5 months old. So for 4.5 months, I was trying to work and juggle him. So my only time to work out was when he was napping, and that literally just consisted of a 30-minute Peloton ride, and then we have dumbbells, and I just did dumbbell workouts. Then at the 5-month postpartum period, I was like, okay, I need to like dial up my workouts and maybe have a little bit more structure. And so I hired a personal trainer and I did personal training 3 days a week for 3 months. And then I felt like I was in a really good place after that. And so I just kind of maintained with my own workouts after the 3-month period with him. And then I added things in like Pilates. I love West Kept Secret for Pilates. That was insane for rebuilding my core, which I didn't start doing that until 10 months postpartum.
That's great.
But it was a game changer for how my core looked. And like pelvic floor, just Pilates and working out on a reformer is just a different level of core work than I could find anywhere else. And so rebuilding my pelvic floor, rebuilding all those core muscles, that was, I feel like, such a pillar in my journey to becoming stronger, and I leaned out like crazy.
Did you see a pelvic floor specialist or anything like that before you started working out?
Nope.
No.
Didn't.
You just trusted your body. That's great.
Yeah.
Me being a runner, so any of the girlies that are runners, and I'm an outside pavement runner, I went to like more extreme measures of getting my pelvic floor checked and going to a pelvic floor doctor because I knew I wanted to hit the pavement again. Just like for my mental health, I needed to be outside. Yeah. And I needed that 30 minutes outside.
Yeah.
But when I tell you the first run was so painful and I pissed my pants, like,
yeah,
I still, even doing all of that, was not ready for what I threw myself into, and I was like, no, I need a few more weeks of walking.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I believe
this isn't
that.
gonna work.
I don't think I did my first run postpartum until like 4 months after I had him because I was scared. I was like, I feel like everything is still really loose in there.
As you should. I really felt like everything was going to fall out.
Yes, it felt like that to me too. I did see a pelvic floor therapist after this baby.
Okay.
But it was kind of funny because she was like, why are you here? Like, you were in perfect condition.
Yeah, that's great.
I actually just said to her, I just wanted someone to tell me that I was okay and that it was totally fine to be doing these workouts. And like, I wanted to just feel validated that I didn't have DR or any type of core issues. And so I went and saw her once, and she was like, you're fine. Great. Yeah. She's like, you can come back and we can do pelvic floor exercises if you want. But she's like, I think you're doing great on your own. Like, everything you're telling me you're doing, I would advise you to do anyway.
Right.
So,
which is great. Yep. I think that another thing that women that are listening need to understand is that, like, constantly peeing your pants after childbirth, things like that, those are also not normal. No. So seeing a pelvic floor doctor, like, that is nothing to be embarrassed about. We both went for just because we want to make sure we're okay. And I feel like that should almost be part of the postpartum checklist.
It absolutely should. Like, I feel like when you go to your 6-week post-op appointment, like, you should get a referral right then and there.
Yes.
And I think if you ask for it, most OBs are open to giving you the referral, but a lot of people just don't know to ask for it.
Yes. We don't know what we're supposed to be asking for. So that is something that if you are a fitness girly, even if you're not, definitely at least within 6 months, ask for the referral.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that. Okay. So one thing that was really interesting is that you, prior to getting pregnant, went and got your hormones tested. You were having some hormone imbalances.
Yes.
Tell me what was going on then.
So I could not lose weight for the life of me. Okay. I was working out 6 days a week. I was working out really hard. I was insanely consistent with eating, tracking macros, doing low carb, like all the things. And I could not drop any weight. And I also felt continuously bloated all the time. I was not regular. And so I just felt like something else is going on here because the math is not mathing.
Right.
So I went to see she's technically a holistic nutritionist.
Okay.
But her name is Raya from Carolina Functional Nutrition, and she ran what's called the Dutch test, which like looks at all of your hormones, your thyroid, like basically gives you the full picture of everything.
And was that a saliva test? Was it a blood test?
So it was a saliva test and a stool test, which is not fun. But because I was having the gut issues as well, she also just wanted to look into that. And I did end up having a small bacterial overgrowth in my intestines. So then I had to have a colonoscopy, and I was on like a whole protocol for that. But I ended up getting on a bunch of natural supplements that helps with the hormone imbalances. And that was also a game changer because I didn't want to be on a medication. I didn't want to do hormone replacement therapy. I was like 27 or 28 at the time. So I'm like, I don't feel like I need hormone replacement therapy at this age. And I am always such a big advocate of trying the natural holistic route first anyway. And it worked for me. So it was great. I also ended up getting pregnant right after I finished that protocol. So not that we were never trying. So I can't say we were having fertility issues, but I had not been on birth control for almost 7 years.
Wow.
And we were not using any protection either.
Right.
So I'm like, the odds of that, I don't know. I can't say that they went hand in hand, but I do think it probably helped.
That's really interesting, especially in today's world where so many women are having to do IVF.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying like they don't have to, right? Like there are reasons for IVF. And then there are reasons women are like, then some women are going in and getting it and really still don't understand why they're getting it or why it's not working.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've had a doctor on that said it's because IVF is like they do it as a one shoe fits all. They give you everything rather than breaking it down. And like breaking it down even further is why are we not testing hormones initially and trying a holistic approach before pumping our body full of all this craziness?
Yeah. And why aren't women getting hormone panels as part of their basic care?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't understand that. Yes, it should be once a year at least with your PAP. And because so many women, I mean, your hormones change throughout every phase of life.
Oh, and this is another bullshit thing. Was yours covered by insurance?
No.
Yeah.
I had to pay for it out of pocket.
I just went to because I am also getting my hormones tested right now.
Yeah.
And mind you, everyone's like, why would you do that? Are you trying to get pregnant? Are you trying to do this? I feel off.
Yeah.
And I don't have to have this giant explanation. My sleeping, like it's so hard for me to fall asleep. I am getting all of these crazy breakouts underneath my jawline area that I have never had adult acne before, or like really acne.
Yeah. That was also another sign when I saw Raya. Yeah. My chin was breaking out like crazy, which is a sign of estrogen dominance.
Mm-hmm.
And it did seem like it was cyclical with my period, but they were like cystic. Like they were huge, and you can't pop them. You can't put salicylic acid on them. They weren't
hardly
going away.
cover them with makeup.
Yeah. I was like, something is not right here.
I'm like, I need the weather to drop so I can put a scarf on ASAP. Okay? It's the only thing that's going to help me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's like I'm waking up feeling tired after 8 hours of sleep. That is not like me at all. My body is also processing caffeine and anxiety very different than it ever had before. And so I am getting a saliva test. But to my original question, was it covered under insurance? Mine was not.
Yeah, no. My OB, if I have it run, because this is funny you're bringing this up, I actually am going on Tuesday for this very thing because I want to see where I'm at 6.5 months postpartum with my hormones, because I feel like I'm in a very different place than 6.5 months postpartum with my first pregnancy. And my OB will run it through insurance.
What tests?
I can ask for the full hormone panel. So it'll be like estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, thyroid, ferritin.
Is it a blood test though?
It's a blood test.
So this is what I want. And I definitely think that is progress with the OBGYN. The fact that they'll do it. You do have to advocate for yourself.
You do. Yes.
But the blood panels are very determined on where you are in your cycle. I mean, all hormone tests are where you are in your cycle, but what you've had to eat that week, all of these things go into play, where if you want a true accurate read on a blood test, you have to go in multiple times to get another blood test. That's true.
Yeah.
So I do think that is a great first step.
Yeah.
You know, like for the ladies where it's like, I could not go and spend $500 on a saliva test.
Yeah.
Because that's how much my test
it's expensive.
I went last week, $500 and change for a saliva kit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I could have just spit in a straw at home, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad that you're doing that. I'm interested to see your differences.
Me too. I'm really interested to see, because I do have panels from after honestly, I have panels from like all throughout, I feel like the last 10 years, but I also know where my hormones should be when everything is moving and functioning properly. So I'm interested to see the comparison of where I'm at right now in comparison to what they look like when I feel my best.
So it sounds like, you know, if we were to put together our own medical postpartum package, to me, like, what does that sound like to you? Like, it sounds like what we just ran through is have baby, within 6 months you go to a pelvic floor, or you're referred to a pelvic floor doctor. Then within another, like, and then I think after breastfeeding really is when it's like, okay, we need a 6-month journey of hormone tracking.
Yes.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, everyone talks about it takes 2 years for your hormones to level out. So, like, why can't we go and just get them tested throughout the 2 years and have it covered by insurance?
Well, and they're also lacking the studies on hormones anyway. So let's get it rolling.
Yeah, I will be your testing person.
I test in 10 more days, okay, based off my menstrual cycle. Like, whoever needs this data, like, take it.
Yes.
You know, that is so crazy. What do you think is happening with your body right now? Like, if you had a read as far as hormones go, do you feel like you have an imbalance?
I do, but I don't know what it is. I don't think it's estrogen dominance, because I don't have any of those symptoms. So I don't know if my hormones are still just really high from breastfeeding, if my body still thinks that, like, if my prolactin's still really high, my progesterone, like, I don't know if my body is confused or if I just have a sluggish thyroid. I'm not really sure what's going on, but there's definitely something that's moving very slow. I'm working out with a trainer right now, and even he's like, for how active you are, for how consistent you are with eating, for what you're consuming calorie-wise every day, your BMR, like, this isn't adding up. So, yeah.
Okay.
There's something else at play.
In your first journey of hormones, you mentioned they had asked you not to do HIIT workouts, right? Talk to us about that and, like, why.
So my cortisol was like crazy through the roof. And it was your cortisol, I believe, is supposed to be at highest when you wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So mine was all messed up, where mine was like almost the lowest in the morning when I was waking up. And then I was getting this weird spike before bed, which was making it hard for me to fall asleep or have a good night of sleep. It was almost like I was getting like a second wind, like cortisol spike at night, which was weird because I wasn't doing anything to spike my cortisol at night. Like I'm in bed early. Yeah. I watch TV. I don't look at my phone. So there wasn't really an explanation for why it was like that, other than I was doing these really high intensity workouts that were stressing my cortisol levels out further. So if your body is already in a state of fight or flight, which mine was, and then you are doing these super high intensity workouts on top of that, you are only harming your body when you think you're doing something that's actually supposed to be good for yourself.
That is what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my crazy workouts, which I'm experimenting with myself and I'm not doing them right now, but I do feel like they're throwing me into having an anxiety attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my body is like, I can't take any more
stress.
What are like, yes. I get that you think you like this.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. And I mean, working out is stress on the body.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are already like your cortisol levels are already really high, your body's already in a state of stress, and then you add more stress on top of it, it's not doing any good. You're only harming, it's not being productive at all. And so when I dialed back my workouts completely and started focusing on lifting weights and doing more lower intensity zone 2 cardio, like on the Stairmaster or like a lower intensity on the Peloton, that's when things completely changed for me. Like it was a game changer. And I love it because I don't want to do HIIT cardio. Like running sprints is my worst nightmare.
We think we like it. Yeah. Until you stop doing it and you're like, shit,
this is nice.
Yeah. I was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I was like going to berries all the time.
Yes, that is what I'm like. My toxic trait. I love berries.
Yeah. Yep, it just wasn't good for me. And now I just mainly lift weights. I do Pilates. I love to walk with a weighted vest on. And all of that is like zone 2, lower intensity. Mm-hmm. And that actually has just helped me long term. Mm-hmm. I've been like super lean. I can't almost like kind of eat whatever. But
and that got you in the best shape of your life.
The best shape of my life.
Right. So everyone needs to hear that loud and clear, that you do not have to be so intense.
No.
You need to do what's best for your body.
Yep.
And it will get you in the best shape of your life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about sleep. How important?
Okay, sleep is like 10 out of 10 on the importance scale for me.
And you're like, have a baby and also get sleep.
Exactly.
I know, like such a cliche.
Yeah, it's a catch-22, especially when you have kids. But I am somebody who does not function well with under 8 hours of sleep. Mm-hmm. So I prioritize sleep, and that's why I don't look at my phone at night. That's why, like, my way of winding down, I'm not a reader. I know a lot of people love to read books. Mm-hmm. It never interests me unless it's something educational. Like I can read a book about education all day long or a topic that I'm interested in. But yeah, I'll flip my phone over, no blue light. I watch a show, and then that's my way of winding down. And I can normally only make it through one episode of something because by then I am like fighting to keep my eyes open anyway. But yeah, sleep is probably the most important thing to me.
Okay. Does your husband also go to sleep early?
No. Nope, okay. He's a night owl. Since we've had kids, he has completely changed his sleep patterns. And our 4.5-year-old, we are going through it with him in his big boy bed. And so half the time my husband is now falling asleep in his bed, trying to get him down for bed, which is funny because he goes down at 8:30 and my husband's such a night owl. So previously, I mean, he would go to bed at like midnight.
Yeah.
And yeah, now I'll look on the monitor because he's not coming downstairs. I'm like, where is he?
Yeah.
And he's sound asleep. Next to our oldest. Yeah.
So what are the struggles you're going through with the big boy bed right now? Talk to us because I'm going to be right behind you.
Oh, it's been so hard. I don't know where we went wrong, but he was a flawless sleeper. We follow Moms on Call. We have for both boys. This kid was doing 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. in his crib flawlessly since he was 8 weeks old.
Right.
He never tried to get out of the crib. He had plenty of room in the crib. He was not interested in a big boy bed. And honestly, I feel like it was more like society being like, he's 3.5. Why do you still have him in a crib?
Oh my gosh.
And so I know finally we're like, okay, it's time. We got to get him a bed. We got him the big boy bed. He transitioned into it again flawlessly. He slept in it for 2 months, never got out of bed, never came down in the middle of the night. And honestly, everyone had said, hey, FYI, when you do this, he's gonna start coming down in the middle of the night. He'll be at your bed at 3 a.m. So we were ready for that.
Like, okay.
And then it never happened. And then after 2 months, I don't know if it was because I was at the end of my pregnancy as well, if he either realized that he had the option to get out of bed or just like needed some more attention from me because he could feel that I was getting ready to have the baby. I have no idea what happened, but he started coming down in the middle of the night. And he has been coming down for 9 months in the middle of the night. And I mean, we have tried everything. Like we have, because the pediatrician is like, you have to walk him back to his bed. You can't let him get in bed and sleep with you. And I mean, we've tried all those things and he just does it all night long. And at that point, it's like.
But he's not crying?
No, he's not crying. He says, I think what happens is he wakes up at the end of a sleep cycle. And then instead of just rolling over and going back to sleep, he's like, oh, I'm going to go downstairs.
Yeah.
And so he ends up at the side of our bed. And then he's like, Mommy, I'm scared up there by myself. And then he wants to crawl in bed and go to sleep with us. Or he wants you, I mean, he'll go back to sleep in his bed if you go with him. But then he wants you to get in bed with him up there.
So have you guys broken down and let him get into your bed?
Yes. Yeah. We have, which is, I mean, part of the issue is because we were up all night long anyway.
Right. I mean, 9 months of this is a
long time. Yes.
I mean, after 1 month, I'm not going to lie, I'm probably 2 weeks, but I would break. Like, you're just in the bed now.
Yeah.
Actually, your big boy bed is in Mama's room.
Exactly. Yeah. I vowed to like never do this. I have never been a co-sleeper. I've always been against it.
We're so opposite.
I don't sleep well with him in our bed. Like he sleeps on top of me. I mean, he whacks me in the face with his arms. And so for me, it's more or less like I can't sleep good with him there.
Yeah. These are boundaries, everyone. Yeah. Vanessa prioritizes sleep. I also don't sleep well with my toddler in the bed. But I did pull her into my bed last night while she was fully asleep in her crib.
Why?
Because I had been working and I had been gone.
You're missing her.
And so that's part of my issue is that I miss her more than I value my own sleep.
Yeah.
And so if I had been traveling, I worked a long day, like I'm like, no, we're co-sleeping. And she loves it. And I am just like, no, I want you to wake up with me in the bed. Like, so we have a little moment or whatever. Not healthy.
No.
She doesn't have any problems going back to her crib, like, at all. Like, when we're traveling, when we're doing all this craziness of my sleep routines with her. But I am concerned about my own toxic traits when we move to a big girl bed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she may end up coming down because that's what she's used to, or she's like, oh, that's my safe space. Like, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm like, a lot of people have told me, I actually polled my audience and I was like, what do I do? Because I am at my breaking point. Like, this has been going on for way too long. We have tried everything. And the only thing I haven't tried, which is a big suggestion, is a lot of people are like, you got to swap the lock around on the door. And I cannot bring myself to do that. Like, my head goes to all kinds of crazy places. You know, what if there's a fire and we can't get up the stairs to get him out? Yeah, I mean, and we can't put a gate at the top of the stairs because he will just jump over it.
And that's terrifying.
And it's the middle of the night, it's dark, and we're worried that he'll try to climb over it and then go tumbling down the stairs. So those are the two things that a lot of people said they did that are just like, it doesn't work for us.
Have you tried the colored light?
Yes. And
what
I know
what do you say about that?
It works for like 1 week.
Okay.
And then it stopped working because he's super smart.
Right.
So he was like, I'm not following this light thing.
Right.
But he'll say like, Mommy, I came out of my room, the light was still red. Like, he knows. He's very aware. But I think
he's like, so I broke the rules.
Yes.
And here we are.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Oh, he's a smart cookie. But I think where we went wrong with that, a lot of people have success with that when they start around 1. And he's 4.5. So we didn't try that until he was almost 4. And his pediatrician was like, it's too late for that.
Got it. So I'm definitely too
So with Ollie, like, we have the hatch, we have it ready to go. And honestly, like, we're just going to program it to do the red light, green light starting now so that he'll already understand.
It's just part of him.
It's like, part of his routine.
Yeah, it's working.
I mean, you live and you learn. You know, we didn't know what we were doing. This is our first rodeo with Liam. So
what are the steps you're going to take moving forward? Are you going to just keep walking him back to his bed?
No. I have heard from several people that they just stopped doing it. Like,
okay.
one night they will just stop. He will be kindergarten age. He'll go to kindergarten in the fall. So we were only a year away from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also heard when they can stop napping at school,
Oh,
they usually just start sleeping in their beds on their own all night long anyway, because they wake up a lot earlier. It's a longer day for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that
now
we
that
are
he's
close.
back in school.
Yeah, that we're close to the end of that, and he'll just work itself out.
Okay, well, you need to update all of us.
I will,
because
I will.
I'm very curious.
I will. I know. I wish I had better advice, but both of us look at each other all the time. And we're like, where did we go wrong with this?
How would you and your husband how would the two of you make the decision to let him actually get in the bed? Was it just like he's coming?
It was just like middle of the night. We're both zombies, and we got tired of going up and down the stairs all night long. And we realized if we let him in the bed, he goes straight back to sleep. So
that's so hard.
I know. It's literally like we're up all night with him, walking him back and forth up and down the stairs all night. Or the lesser of two evils is to let him go straight back to sleep, and everybody gets a better night of sleep.
Yeah.
Even if he's in the bed. It's better than, like, if I have to go up and down the stairs, it's going to take me 30 minutes to fall back asleep again. Yeah. Only for him to be back down in an hour. It's like such a broken night.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's just the lesser of two
Okay,
evils
well,
right now.
cheers to Liam and his big boy bed.
Literally.
You've got this.
I've got this. Thank you. Strength. Pray for me.
That is a tough one.
It's tough.
Especially someone that was so strict on sleep. Like,
I know.
For me, I'm like, nope, this is my fault. I get it. Like, now I have to work through this struggle. But you were hardcore. So
I know. And we've always been so proud that, like, both kids sleep through the night at such a young age.
Yeah.
And we're very routine and regimented. But yeah, that one came out of left field.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Liam is back in school.
He is.
He's at preschool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you having any anxiety about school?
I have horrible anxiety about school.
Mm-hmm.
It is probably my biggest fear in life.
Yeah.
It's really scary.
It's interesting because, I have teenagers who we just sent to college, which I am still scared of them being on campus, but I feel like sizing and so much timing and everything goes into that, right? Like they're older too, so like can they protect themselves? Or I mean, I don't know who really can protect themselves up against a gun, but I'm having so much anxiety imagining Lyle, my 2-year-old, going to regular classroom.
Yeah.
Where they're that small. Liam, kindergarten, 5, like he can't run away, or figure out how to climb out of a window or
I mean, at that age, I don't really know that they understand critical thinking skills in a time of trauma.
Yes.
It's terrible. It's terrifying.
I also think that it is obviously the drills are necessary, but to have children that young already envisioning a gunman coming into their school and having to prepare for that, and us almost desensitizing them to the topic is really wild for how, like, the trajectory of where America is going.
Yeah.
Do you have, like, what are your opinions? What are you thinking?
I have gone over this so many times in my head because it's truly terrifying. And I think it's a problem that our parents never had to think about. My mom was like, I never worried about sending you to school. She was like, I never thought that when you went to school, you weren't safe there.
Yes.
And so it's definitely a problem that our generation is facing with no experience to base it off of. Like, no one can say this is what works. This is how we fix it. And I think the divide between political parties and adults not being able to come together and say, this is a massive problem. However, we need to fix it. We need to unite and be a united front and fix it.
Yes.
And that to me is also very scary because I feel like our child's lives are no longer the priority. Because if they were, then this wouldn't be an argument anymore.
Right.
If that was the most sacred thing and everybody's number one priority, then we wouldn't be in the position that we're in right now.
And it's weird because the parties are everyone is so divided that I feel like it doesn't have to be one extreme issue, like one extreme decision or another.
Right.
Let's find a medium.
Yes.
Let's just medium. Let's start trying.
And like, I'm down for anything.
Yes.
Like, if you can't start with the two biggest topics at hand that both parties believe are the root cause of the problem, then why can't we start with, like, my biggest thing is, why can't you put metal detectors at the front of every school, or operate a school like an airport or an NFL football game and have armed guards? And I mean, I get that requires funding, but I think every parent in the United States, I think, would say, I will pay extra money to fund that right now. And yeah, I also understand that maybe that creates an environment that's scary for these kids, but what's scarier? A gunman running through your halls, or having to put your backpack through a metal detector every day? And it's not going to solve the problem completely. I totally understand that. But
I don't think either of us have the answer to solve the problem.
Right.
But I think,
like, can we start somewhere?
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
And the people that are like, well, they, it's not students doing this. Like, it's people coming in the parking lot and they're just like ready to go. Well, then, okay, put a police tower in the parking lot of every school, just like you do at Harris Teeter, just like you do at the mall. Like, there are other things that we can do if we can't come to an agreement on the major issues at hand in the near future that I feel like we're also not doing.
I mean,
or at least trying.
We have spent tax dollars on way worse.
Yes.
Than metal detectors for the schools.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And right, I don't know the answer.
No,
but
I don't think anybody does.
No one knows the answer. And, I don't know when we're going to air this podcast. I think October, but yesterday was 9/11. And I went on TikTok and I was talking, like, it just was such a heavy day with 2 shootings in one day.
Yep.
Right. And then it's 9/11 and I was in New York and I'm like, whew,
it's a lot.
Oh my gosh. Right.
Yeah.
And I was thinking back, 9/11 was 23 years ago. I was, I think, 10 years old. And we didn't leave school when it happened, actually.
Yeah.
The day of, it was the biggest attack in America. And we stayed at school with our little community, with our teacher, who we were safe with no security.
Yeah.
No locked doors.
Yeah.
Everything open. And that was where we felt safe until America knew what was happening. And then, yes, the next day we didn't go to school, but they kept us in school.
Yeah.
As the safe space.
Yep.
I mean, if something like that happened right now, I'd be like, I'm coming to pick up my child.
Yes, 1,000%. Yeah, I was in 5th grade and same. Like, I remember we did have early dismissal and they said something bad had happened. We had early dismissal. We were getting let go early and they told everybody to go straight home. And I mean, back then I rode my bike home, like over a mile with my little sister. My mom was like, I'll see you when you get home. Yeah. They're like, everybody go straight home. And I just remember thinking, like, what is going on? And when I got home, then obviously I saw it all. My mom had the news on and she was like explaining to us what was going on. But yeah.
And we watched the news at school until and then we were let out and we didn't go the next day. But it's weird. It is so eerie almost to imagine where we were riding our bikes home over a mile, sitting in school as our safe space 23 years ago to where we are now.
Yes. Very, very eerie. And I think too, part of the problem is we aren't teaching that it's okay to have differing opinions. Like, the example that our kids have is that if you have a differing opinion, it is met with fear and violence. And that is part of the problem. Like, if we aren't teaching our kids that it's okay to have a differing opinion and it's okay to have healthy conversations and agree to disagree with somebody, then the next generation is in even more trouble.
Yes.
So I also think it starts within the home. People are just so angry with each other. And I see it all day, every day. I'm out and about. I see the road rage. I've literally witnessed people shooting at each other.
Yes.
In the middle of a Monday afternoon at 2:00 in broad daylight over road rage. I mean, I've been at the mall when guns have gone off. Like, I myself have found myself in situations as an adult where I'm like, what is happening? Like, how is this normal?
Yeah.
And how are we all so desensitized to it that you just write it off as, oh, well, that's another shooting.
Yeah.
Like, what? Guess we'll just keep going.
Yeah. We just keep going.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it is a topic that I do agree with you. That is the one thing that we as humans, as parents, we do need to start this in the home, and we do need to teach our children that we can have different opinions.
100%.
Different values, different religions, like different views on everything.
Yes.
And they can still be your friend. They could still be your neighbor.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And when you've got kids that are 8 years old, like the boy in Georgia or the 13-year-old in Washington State that have access to 20 plus weapons or are receiving rifles for Christmas, I also think those parents need to be held accountable, because at that point, you're not a responsible gun owner and you're being a negligent parent, because there's no reason why kids that young should have access to weapons.
Well, and you're saying these things, even a 13-year-old cannot sit there and they can determine right from wrong accurately 100% of the time. And so if you're teaching them to meet the people that think differently than you with violence, and then you give them access to a gun, 100% you are the problem.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, and I mean, we have guns.
Yeah.
But they are all locked up.
Yeah.
Our older kids have been through multiple gun safety trainings, the whole 9 yards. But even still, with them being so well trained, every gun is locked in a safe that they don't have the code to.
Right.
And I have 18-year-old children.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's how it should be.
You can have a gun, but you have to be smarter than this.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's really sad and it's scary. And my dad is Dutch. My mom is American. I lived there till I was 8 years old. We have an au pair who lives with us, who's also from the Netherlands. And I mean, she's watching these things being like, this is crazy. Like the fact that you guys are living with this and it is a daily occurrence. This would never happen there.
Oh, my family is in Canada and they're just like, wow, you guys are really wild. You're at war with yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Like they look at it as like Americans have lost their way because the whole point, the priority in life is no longer like our priorities are messed up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I know that's a controversial opinion, but
it is. But again, because it's so politically motivated, I think that regardless of what party you're on, you can say like, hey, America's a little fucked up right now.
Yeah.
These things should not be happening.
Yeah.
People should not be going on social media cheering about other people's deaths or putting them against each other that one death is worse than the other.
Right.
Right? No, I don't care. They're all their own individual things. Also, too, when did we think it was okay to start showing the actual death
footage
of a human on?
It's horrible. Yeah. And like social media, that technically violates the community guidelines, but they don't have a system in place to scan for those things until they've been uploaded. And so once they've been uploaded, then they're live for I don't know how long, for I don't know how many people to see before it gets taken down.
But what's crazy is, as an influencer, have you ever had a video flagged and taken down?
For nothing?
Yeah. And I was like, I did a prank on my husband. How is this violating the guidelines?
I know. Yes, that's happened to me too.
Right? And it's like, but somehow I've actually seen an artery erupt from someone, or like a stabbing, a violent stabbing in a girl's life being drained from her body over and over on my feed.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah,
horrible. And I don't think too that it's like respectful to those people at all. If that was me, I would not want that plastered all over the internet.
Or my significant other.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it is public now, and he has, like, the children involved, like, everything that they can get to an age and just Google it.
I know.
Yeah.
It's awful.
It's awful. Would you ever consider homeschooling?
I don't know. We both went to public school, and we have also extensively talked about, like, what the right path forward is for our family, because this is, if nothing changes, like, I don't know that I feel comfortable sending my kids into a space where they are no longer under my supervision, under my control, and anything can happen. And I don't know who they're walking next to. I don't know how those people are being parented, you know? So I don't think homeschool is the right option for us, but we are looking into alternative options that maybe would be a better fit, where we feel like there is a better safety protocol, or there's more value placed on student safety.
And I think I also went to public school. And so I know we've had this conversation before. And I feel like saying as a parent, like, well, you know, we went to public school and like that's part of our decision is no longer relevant.
No.
It's not about education anymore.
Right.
It's literally about safety. I do think they still get a great education and they're surrounded by great children, you know, at public school. But even like people are saying, it's not always the students, right? Or sometimes it is. You can't determine the safety factor. And that's where I am like, I'm not like this, oh my God, homeschool mom, but I'm like, damn, I can't imagine what school is going to look like for a tiny little human that could not defend themselves in 3 to 4 years.
Yeah, you have moms on TikTok that are sending their kids to school with bulletproof shields in their backpack right now.
Yes.
And it's, to me, that is such a scary realization that that's what it's come to. But I also am not above that, because if no one's going to do anything to change the situation, then that's the best possible chance that they are running away from an active shooter and they have their backpack on. Then maybe they have a better chance at staying alive.
Or they can hide behind their backpack.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I agree. We don't have the answers. I wanted to bring it up because we have children the same age, because it's something that's heavy on my heart right now.
For sure. And I think it's heavy on most parents' hearts.
I hope heavy enough that we start to see some
change.
Yeah, is what
I agree.
Go for. Okay, we're about at time.
Okay.
So we are going to move into a rapid fire. But before we do that, I do have to shout out, because this episode of Only Moms is brought to you by Milkify, the first and only breast milk freeze drying service in the U.S. With the holidays coming up, so many of us are packing up the kids, traveling, and trying to keep everything together. If you're breastfeeding, that usually means lugging around coolers and stressing about keeping your milk frozen. Milkify takes all the stress away by turning your breast milk into shelf-stable powder. No freezer, no cooler, no panic. Just safe, perfectly portioned milk that's ready when your baby is. So whenever you're flying across country or just driving to grandma's for the weekend, Milkify makes traveling during the holidays so much easier. And right now, Only Moms listeners get an exclusive discount. Just head over to milkify.me and use code ONLYMOMS at checkout. That's MILKIFY.ME with code ONLYMOMS, because moms deserve less stress and more joy this holiday season. Okay, honestly, I know that was a full ad read, but my personal opinion, I wish I had this shit when I was breastfeeding, because I traveled with and without my baby exclusively breastfeeding for over 11 months.
That's a long time.
I really thought I was hitting postpartum depression, and when I stopped breastfeeding, I realized I was just exhausted.
Yeah.
But this would have been a game changer.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, let's move into this rapid fire.
Okay.
All right. What is your favorite workout right now?
My favorite workout right now, I have to say, inertia fitness.
Oh, what is that?
It's personal training.
Okay.
It's local to Charlotte, but he has online training as well.
Okay.
And I just absolutely, it's all weightlifting.
All weightlifting.
But it's tailored to each individual person. And I absolutely love working out there.
Okay.
I do.
Wonderful. And if you are not in Charlotte, check out the online.
Yeah, you can reach out to them. They do online training.
Wonderful.
So, yep.
Favorite guilty pleasure?
Ooh, my favorite guilty pleasure. A really good cocktail.
Ooh, what's your go-to cocktail?
Usually a pomegranate martini or like a berry Cosmo, something along those lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some kind of berry-esque.
Yes.
Got it. Favorite fashion trend right now?
Favorite fashion trend right now. I feel like the Ralph Lauren vintage vibes are coming back. And it's so classic. It's so timeless. Great for fall family photos or a Christmas card photo. I just love, history always repeats itself, and I love the modern spin on it.
Yes, especially the kids' clothes.
Yes.
Oh my God, they're so cute. Okay, favorite non-toxic cleaning product?
Branch Basics.
Branch Basics.
Yes.
Do they have everything?
They have everything.
Okay.
And it's also now available at Target. You used to only be able to order it online. Now they have their whole line at Target. And it comes in reusable bottles. You can just buy the concentrate. It tells you, it has like a fill line on the bottle. But yeah, they have everything from a multi-purpose cleaner, bathroom cleaner, stain remover, laundry detergent.
Wow.
Their powder, like OxyClean, works on everything.
Okay.
Like even your pots and pans. And it works better, in my opinion, than like your traditional cleaning products.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have this question on the rapid fire, but I know you had given me this advice before. Best clean cooking spray.
Oh, I love Chosen Foods avocado oil spray.
Chosen Foods avocado oil
yep.
spray. Got it.
I get it from Costco, but you can also get it at the regular grocery store. But Costco has it, which is nice. You can get the 2-pack, bottles bigger, lasts longer.
Wonderful. Okay. Favorite brand for snacks?
Favorite brand for snacks. So I'm not a big snacker, but my kids obviously, snackers. I love Simple Mills products. I also love Siete food products. If I do snack, I usually do like chips and salsa, and I use the Siete Foods chips.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. I do love those. I have never tried the Siete, but I
So
have
good.
to go and get. Where do you get them at?
Harris Teeter.
Harris? Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Must have on your baby registry as a first time mom.
Ooh, must have it on your baby. Okay, that one's hard. I feel like there are so many must haves.
Okay, what was your must have this pregnancy or this second baby?
We tried out the snoo with this pregnancy. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think it's a must have. I feel like everybody else told us it was a must have, which is why we tried it. I don't know if it's because we have good sleepers or what, but I am all about convenience and making life easier, which is why we tried that. So I don't know. That one's so hard. I actually think you need less than you think you need.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. It's more of the unaesthetically pleasing things. What I like burp cloths or like get extra burp cloths. It's like the things that you don't think about. Like, oh my God, I need a crib.
Oh, you know what? You know what was a must have for me though?
What?
That I really was like, this baby, it's got to be good. I needed a wearable breast pump that actually suctioned. And because I did not do well with being plugged into the wall and not being able to be mobile. And I wanted to breastfeed for as long as possible. And I knew if I could be mobile and it was like actually good at expressing milk, that I would have a better journey. So I used the Mom Cozy S9, I believe.
Okay. Was it completely wireless?
Completely wireless.
Okay.
Like just popped it in a nursing bra and it never lost suction.
Wow.
And it pulled just as much as the Spectra.
What?
Yes.
That's crazy because all of the ones that I tried 2 years ago
usually aren't as good.
Did not pull as much as the Spectra, and I had to lug around my Spectra everywhere that I went.
Yeah, that was a game changer.
Wow.
I'd use the Elvies with Liam, and I just didn't have a great experience with them. Like the suction slowly died over time, and like they weren't expressing as much milk, so it was dropping my supply. And
Same.
the Mom Cozy S9.
Okay.
10 out of 10. If I had to pick one, that would be it.
The Mom Cozy S9. And I'm not talking badly about, like, I feel like, again, when you tried it last, that brand of the first one, and when I had tried it, it's over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And so maybe they've gotten better, but
maybe,
that's good. Good to know. Most unnecessary baby product on the market right now.
Most unnecessary. I'm trying to think like what we never used.
I think you said it best yourself. I think that you got the snoo, but you thought it was unnecessary.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you don't have a schedule for your child or you aren't, maybe you just have a baby that doesn't sleep as well, I do think it works really well. Both our kids were good sleepers. And so I think they would have slept. I mean, we didn't have it with Liam and he slept great. I think they would have slept good on their little moms on call routine, regardless of the bassinet that they were in.
Yeah.
That would be... Yeah, we just had a totally different experience than most people.
So I will say we did have a snoo as well, and
did it work for you?
Never turned it on.
Oh, well.
We never even turned it on.
Yeah.
And it was really cute. Like, it's a cute design.
Yes.
Everything.
And I do love the sleep sack.
Yes.
Or swaddle.
The swaddles are amazing.
The swaddle's a game changer.
But see, I was spoiled. I had a night nurse. And so if I didn't have a night nurse, maybe I would have turned that on.
Okay.
Right? And maybe. So I don't feel like I am an accurate read.
Well, I don't either because Ollie actually didn't like the most. Like he would get upset when it was rocking.
Like, stop this.
But that's what usually makes the baby like calm, and that's what they like about it. So I don't know. I feel like I'm an outlier, and I didn't have like.
Yeah, and I don't want to completely talk badly about this new because if you have a baby that is showing signs of early rolling, things like that, and you're gonna have them in a swaddle while they sleep, then you definitely want to strap them in.
Yes.
Like, and the snoo provides that.
Yes.
You do not have to worry that your baby will roll over.
So true.
Yeah.
And on that front too, the Newton crib mattress.
Oh.
That is a must have for me too, because both my kids were early rollers and they're stomach sleepers.
Really?
And I was like, even my mom was like, aren't you terrified that they're not going to be able to breathe through the mattress? And I'm like, no, because I have the Newton. And it's completely
what is
breathable.
The Newton?
The Newton is a completely breathable crib mattress. So you can like unzip it and literally look at the technology, and you can put your own, as an adult, like you can put your nose up to it. It's completely breathable. So it reduces the risk of suffocation by like, I don't know, the percentage is crazy.
Good for them.
Yes. And so that gave me the peace of mind because with Liam, we didn't get it until like a little bit later on. And when he started rolling, I was so anxious. And then we swapped to that and I was like, okay, now I can sleep at night and not worry about him being on his stomach.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
Yeah, and Ollie has been on his stomach for like, he probably started sleeping on his stomach before 12 weeks.
That big boy.
I know. I was like, thank God for this mattress.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a game changer.
Yes.
What a peace of mind.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's it for our rapid fire. But before we tap out, I want to talk about your socks.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Bad Bitch Club socks.
I know. So if you don't know, Vanessa has like segued into this sock brand.
Yeah.
Now you guys have socks. Tell me, I did get the first pair. I mean, I think I've gotten a majority of them at this point. But you've got a few different options. What do you have going on?
So we have a Pilates grip sock because that was our number one most requested thing. Like we would go to these markets and everyone was like, oh, do you sell a Pilates grip sock? So we listened to our demographic and we provided the Pilates grip sock. And then we have a regular length crew sock. And then we have more of like the ankle length crew sock, which is also very popular. But yeah, they say Bad Bitch Club. I wear them all the time. I literally have them on.
Yes, they're stunning.
And we get stopped all over town. Everyone always comments that they like our socks or they want to know where we got them from. But they're super comfortable. They're great quality.
Yes.
And I just feel like it also makes such a great gift.
Yeah, really great gift. And I will say the quality is amazing.
Yeah, that was something that was important to me.
Yes. Now, you had the Bad Moms.
We have Bad Moms Club socks too.
Okay.
Yep.
And you still have those.
Yes.
Great.
Yep. We still have those.
Yeah, those are adorable. And do both versions come in Pilates socks?
No, just the Bad Bitch Club socks come in the Pilates grip sock.
Okay.
The Bad Moms Club we have in a white sock with black text and then a black sock with white text.
Got it. Okay. Well, they are adorable. If you are in the Charlotte area, you will see. I see your socks often.
Yeah.
When I'm here, and I love it.
Yeah.
But
I know. I was in the nail salon and somebody like came and sat next to me and she had them on and I was like, "Do I say something?"
My gosh! Isn't that like a
So
real
fun.
entrepreneurial like?
Yes.
It's a milestone, and so many
is.
people like the first time you see your sock, like your product on someone or like someone that you don't know, because you know, like part of starting a business is like giving every single person that you know product.
Yes.
You're like, try it, drink it, post about it, live in it. I don't know, right? Whatever you can do. And the first time you see a stranger and you're like,
yes,
what?
I know, it's so fun.
Awesome, congratulations. So where can everyone go to purchase socks?
So you can find us on ShopCheekybeen.com, and Cheekybeen is CheekyBeen.
Got it.
And we are on Etsy as well and Amazon.
Wonderful. And we are going to be doing a giveaway via social media, so stay on the lookout. But do you have any discount code or anything for our colleagues?
We can create a discount code. Let's do code MomJuice.
Okay, MomJuice. Yay. So go and shop your socks. Vanessa, before you go, where can everyone find you?
Everyone can find me on Instagram at the Cheekybeen, TheCheekybeen, and thecheekybeen.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Lovely conversation.
This was so fun.
Cheers, Vanessa.
Cheers.